Hello, welcome everyone. Man, this is taking a long time to load. Search for a water planet. Welcome, viewers. Feel free to chat and ask questions. Why is my life support scrolling up? Oh, probably because I don't have any. Sweet. Could have sworn I had dihydrogen. Welcome viewers, feel free to chat and ask questions. Welcome viewers, feel free to chat and ask questions. Welcome, viewers. Feel free to chat and ask questions. Mind arc. Now what? Barrel roll. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. Well, you're my best friend in the world I've become. Hello, Dewey. How are you? Nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. Feel free to chat and ask questions. Dewey, I don't know what your experience is with multiple games and stuff, whether you've been a PC player for a long time, but if you really, really enjoy open world, survival, crafting, space sort of game, this game is for you. And the beautiful thing about this game is that you basically have infinite game time. You can play this game for as long as you want, and whatever you do, you will never run out of shit to do. This game is incredible. I've only been playing this game for a little over a week now, and I am absolutely loving it. There is a few little tricks in the game you can do to help boost yourself, which is all legal. As you can see, I've got multiple copies of a lot of stuff. This is literally by just doing a little glitch. The same with all my money and my nanites and everything. You don't have to worry about getting banned or anything because the game devs actually, they don't encourage it, but they know this is happening and they don't really care because they know that it's just a single player based game. There's not actually any anything that's going to affect it. Yeah, this game honestly it's incredible. You can never not run out of shit. You will forever have shit to do. See, this game, it has infinite worlds, so infinite planets, infinite galaxies, infinite everything. You've also got 8 different kinds of ships with thousands and thousands of variants. Um, is it a hard game? No, no, not at all. This game is easy as ever. If you want just a real chill, relax, not necessarily mindless, you do have to do a little bit of thinking, but it's pretty much just mellow out and just relax after a long day of work, really. This is definitely the game for you then. Fuck, these Sentinel tanks look awesome. Yeah, you can do pretty much anything in this game if you wish to be like a scientist crafter, you can do that. If you wish to be a pirate, you can be a pirate. If you wish to be a farmer, just crafting materials and selling them, you can do that. If you wish to be a space explorer, you can. If you wish to operate a frigate, which is just a massive ship, like a freighter ship, you can just operate the ship and then fly between galaxies doing missions or taking out pirates and stuff like that. There's so much to do. You would have to live, I reckon, at least 2, if not 3 lifetimes in order to play this game entirely. And especially if you can get this game for dirt cheap on Steam, because I got this when it was 60% off, so it was like $30 or something for me. And it's been worth every penny, really. Yeah, it's worth it, man. If you really enjoy open world survival crafting, but it's not even survival, just open world crafting, really. It's just a really, really good game. It's a really, really simple premise. It's beautiful, stunning graphics. Hey, Jay, how are you, mate? Call me bruteful. Yeah, don't forget what I called you. You're Jay Orgus. Not Jay's orgy, Jay Orgus. No. I when I finished the stream last night, I just basically went straight to bed. I only just got on No Man's about an hour ago, so I'm still doing the glyph stuff now. When the Sentinels attack, nah. With me, with how like my exosuit isn't that good and my multi-tool isn't that good either. But I mean, they don't really hurt. The best thing to do if you don't want to fight the Sentinels is just to get in your ship and then fly straight up out of the atmosphere and then just teleport away like I did before. Because they can't catch up to you when you go into warp drive. If you mean Sentinels, I haven't actually fought the ground Sentinels too much. I do know if you get the Sentinel Interceptors, which are basically the big ships like over here. It's 5 waves total, and I think it's 35777. So it's what 29 or 28 Sentinel ships total. Which really, they're not that hard to take out. What the fuck is this? Ah, okay. Yeah, that's weird. They must have patched it or something. I don't know what the fuck that just was that I had because they had the 16 glyphs and I put stuff into them, but I don't think it's the same glyphs as you were talking about. It might have been. I'm not 100% sure. Why would they delete their bases though? That just doesn't sound right to me. It's not like this game's struggling when it comes to loading shit. I mean, it's a little bit choppy, but and then that's more because of the graphics and everything. If you have the jellyfight / bird, it might be worth going there to get those 4. I'll be honest, I have no idea what you're talking about there, Jay. I know you're talking about the glyphs, but I don't know what the jellyfight / bird is. Yeah, I see. I haven't even got number 2. I've only got number 1. Yeah, if you have any questions, Dewey, don't be afraid to ask them, man. I'll do the best I can to answer your questions, but funnily enough, Jay here has a very good knowledge of No Man's Sky, so he's able to help out as well. But yeah, ask whatever you need, man. No, so uh, this planet here, as you can see where my ship cursor is, it says high Sentinel activity. So that's normally when you know that there's a Sentinel on that planet, or Sentinels. What's this one? Let me scan this. So this one has no Sentinels, see? So how it says gamma root, copper, uranium, silver, that has no Sentinels. So it means you won't go into that territory. Now, with certain Sentinel planets, they'll have just regular Sentinels on them. But like planets like this, how it says aggressive Sentinels, as soon as they see you, they will actively hunt you. Whereas this planet, if you were to be seen by a Sentinel, you will be okay and they won't attack you as long as you're not picking stuff up, mining stuff, or shooting at them. They're peaceful. But you got to be very careful with what you're doing on Sentinel planets because the slightest move and they'll attack you. And you'll either have to defend yourself or fly away. One of the two. If you have any more questions, Dewey, don't be afraid to ask. Yeah, the game is absolutely incredible. I will suggest, depending on how powerful your computer and everything is, um, probably mess with the graphical settings because for my computer especially, it automatically sets it to the highest graphical settings. Whereas I've like knocked it down to high so I can obviously stream, record, play the game without any stutters or any problem. It does stutter a fair bit within the first, I'd say, half an hour of the game, but once everything's loaded, it's pretty smooth. What came first, the chicken or the egg? The egg, obviously. Fair point. Fair point, Jay. I didn't realise you were. I didn't realise that's how you were playing it. You want to hear a joke, Jay? I've got a good joke for you if you want to hear one. Who are the fastest raiders on the planet? The victims on 9/11. They went through 150 stories in less than 10 seconds. Yeah, oof, indeed. Hey man, it's been 13 years, so 9/11 jokes are funny now. No one can cry about them. Come on, Jay, is there any other jokes you've got? Okay, what's this? So just a dribble of science behind the chicken or the egg thing. I reckon through logical evolution that women actually came first, meaning the egg as they XX chrome, where males are XY. Is the surrounding shield important? What do you mean by the surrounding shield, Dewey? Do you mean like this? Is that what you mean? Or do you mean for the fighter? For like the starship? Because the surrounding shields for the starship is quite important, yeah. So really everything's really important in this game. The bar left under. When you in play screen, I mean the bar left under. You mean the bottom left against above my Celsius? If you mean that, then that's actually my life support, so that's actually my health. So really, I need to keep topping that up, but I keep forgetting to. I just got my doctor's test results, and I'm really upset about it. Turns out I'm not going to be a doctor. Oh, that sucks. That you have to fill with natrium. Fucking harsh, Jay. That you have to fill with natrium. Natrium or uranium? Today I asked my phone Siri why my signal single, and it activated the front camera. Oh, oof. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Oh, that's fine, Dewey. Yeah, I was a little confused there. Uranium. So the thing is, Dewey, everything on your character, whether it's the ship or whether it's the multi-tool or anything, everything is incredibly important. Every single thing is important. As I got older, I remember all the people I lost along the way. Maybe my budding career as a tour guide was not the right choice. I was digging in our garden and I found a chest full of gold coins. I wanted to run straight home to tell my wife about it. Then I remembered why I was digging in the garden. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's bad. I do not condone acts of violence. So please, YouTube, have mercy. Oh, that's fucking painful. Oh, shit. Oh. I'll be honest, I've forgotten what the fuck I'm even looking for. Yeah, I absolutely love Lee Evans, especially when he talks about the time where he's taking the laxatives with his family, and his family's like blocking his path and everything. He like goes to the doctors for like a rectal exam or something, and he takes the laxatives, and he reckons it's like a truck horn coming out his ass, just constantly just as he's trying to run around, just farting himself, trying not to shit everywhere. It's hilarious. Absolutely. One of his best bits, I reckon. Comedy genius for sure. I like him because he's a motion comedian too, and some of the things he does is funny without even telling it. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, I like a lot of the memes that we've gotten from him. Just just from people like copying how he was and everything. It's just hilarious. Yeah, unfortunately, he's retired now. I think I think I was watching in one of his meetings or something with someone else, like a talk show thing. And the main reason why he's retiring is because his partner is ill. I think she might have cancer. I'm not 100% sure. It's unfortunate, but I mean, it's one of those things where the greatest comedians that we'll ever know, in everyone's opinion, leaves way too early. I know, especially when I was a kid, when I found out in 2014 that Robin Williams died, I was devastated. He was, in my opinion, he was one of the, if not the greatest comedians of all time. He was just absolutely hilarious. Yeah, Jim Carrey. Unfortunately, with him, it's a sad thing being a comedian, right? So like, I wouldn't classify myself as a exact comedian, I guess. Nowhere near as good as any of these other people, but I mean, I try and crack a joke and keep it all hilarious and funny and all that kind of stuff. But with Jim Carrey, he had a lot of mental issues. Yeah, Dewey, there's a lot, man. All I can say to like learning the game is just stick to the main missions. The main missions help you. Don't be afraid as well to go onto the No Man's Sky wiki stuff, because that has a lot of absolutely awesome information. So let me just pull it up here for a second for you so that you can see what I'm talking about. So see this here. So for example, I was looking up. I wasn't actually looking up dihydrogen first, but I was looking up dihydrogen jelly because I just wanted to get an idea of like how to find it really. And if you scroll down, it tells you like how to make it. So you can make it with 40 dihydrogen, put it into a jelly, or you can refine it with 30 and put it into a jelly. Yeah, he's used comedy as a way of coping. Yeah, with Jim Carrey as well, the really unfortunate thing with him is he was raised very, very poor, which a lot of people are. That's very standard. But he was raised super poor. He was basically living in the slums a lot of his life. And his father wanted to be a comedian. His dad wanted to be a fucking comedian and not necessarily take over the world, but just be funny and just do what he loved doing, making people laugh. But unfortunately, at that time when Jim Carrey was a kid, comedy wasn't really a way of making money. If it was a very, very terrible way of making money, which was very unfortunate. So Jim Carrey's dad decided, nah, I'm going to do what's best for the family and I'm going to make sure that our family has food on the table. So he was working 2-3 jobs, smashing 16-hour days just to make ends meet. And half the time, those poor bastards were living in like housing commission and stuff. They didn't exactly have proper places to live. They were bouncing between cars and motels and RVs and all that kind of stuff. So it's part of what he does comedy-wise is a coping mechanism. Robin Williams, on the other hand, which is really, really sad, he was depressed as a person. He was an alcoholic. He was a drug abuser. But that was partially to him having... it wasn't dementia. Was it schizophrenia? I can't remember exactly. It's whatever the thing is where you have voices in your head. I'm fairly certain it's schizophrenia. But like, it might have been early set dementia. Sorry, but he had basically early set dementia, and it just ruined him. He just slowly turned into a spiral. And one of the really sad things about that is that he Alzheimer's. There, sorry. It was something. I couldn't remember exactly. But, he... absolute comedy legend and unfortunately left way too early. And I think it was only a couple years before he actually passed away that he put out a campaign to people who are depressed and everything, saying if you feel depressed and you need help, search for it. Which I do admire and respect all of these companies and stuff that are trying to help people that have some sort of mental illness. But the only downside is that unless the person really wants to change, because some people, as bad as it sounds, some people actually love living in that depressing way. As weird as that sounds, they actually prefer living in the sadness and the darkness and being able to wallow in self-pity and all that kind of stuff. Which is really sad, but it's even harder to pull someone out of being depressed to make them happy again than it is to push them back into that darkness. Like it's incredibly sad. I know a fair few people that that are no longer with us who were in my school and everything, that I wouldn't have classified as best mates, but they were definitely close friends. And same sort of thing, like I've had a couple run-ins with severe mental health. I've had ages and ages, bad girlfriends, all kinds of stuff, family problems. I've never resorted to drug and alcohol abuse. That's one thing I've always told myself that I would never do. I'd never drink alcohol, never smoke, never do drugs, anything like that. It's not that I don't think that people should do it. If people want to do it, then fair enough, live your life, do whatever. Me personally, I don't do it because my family are severely depressed, and our history of depression and anger and abuse, both mental, physical, and drug and alcohol related, is very, very high in my family. Yeah, yeah. Depression is, it's a very sad thing, and I think as well there's obviously a lot of different forms of depression and anxiety and all that kind of stuff. I don't think anxiety is really a genuine one. I think a lot of people tend to flub that around. But when it comes to actual depression, I know for a fact that that's a true thing because I've had it, especially when I was working on the mines up north. I was at the stage where I said to my regional manager, I said, you either swap me to a 2-in-1 roster, which is a 2-week on, 1 week off roster, or I'm going to drive this truck off the cliff. And I had him on FaceTime, and I was showing him the camera of my truck on the edge of this 30, 40 metre cliff. And I said, if you don't change my stuff now, I'm driving off. And I basically forced his hand because I said to him for months on end, I said, I'm not feeling well, man. I said, mentally, I am struggling. And he just kind of went, oh, yeah, just take the day off, just, yeah, whatever. And I was like, bro, this isn't the correct mindset that a multi-million-dollar company should be having. Like, it was quite pathetic, honestly. And quite saddening as someone that was up north since the age of 21. It was a really, really depressing time, really. I feel for anyone that's going through any sort of mental hardship. I really do, because I know that I've been in that stage where I've tried doing stuff for myself. I've wondered if it's even worth it living, if breathing the air that I'm breathing is a waste and all that kind of stuff. So it's always hard for people that are depressed to actually listen to someone that's been depressed, because they're like, oh, well, clearly you've had it better than me because you've managed to get out of it. Yes, but I mean, the unfortunate thing is that with human beings, we are designed to be depressed for the rest of our lives. That's just the curse that we bear. The curse that we bear. Like, it's just how it is. As sad and depressing as it is, eventually it'll pass. As Tom Hanks says, this too shall pass. Whether it's depression, happiness, sadness, anger, disgust, envy, sloth, whatever. This too shall pass eventually. It could be from a week from now, it could be a year from now, it could be 10 years from now. You never know. But I do know that it is especially hard for those that have been depressed for a long time. And my heart goes out to those that have lost family members, especially close friends or even brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers. Because the amount of stories we got told when I was up north of people taking their own life on work sites and everything was really, really saddening. And it's not even the fact of thinking about the other workers. It's more just the family. That's the really heartbreaking part, because the phone call that the manager or the supervisor would have to then give that family, that is so much worse to me. to then call up and say, sorry, doll, your husband slash father, he ain't coming home. He's coming home in a bag, basically. Like, that's something that I think is very, very heart-wrenching for anyone to deal with. And even just in general for people, like, it's, yeah. I truly do feel for anyone that has to go through this stuff. It is very, very hard. Yeah, it's a hard one, Jay, but I mean, I guess the only advice I can give is, see, I'm a very arrogant person as it is. I've been an asshole my entire life, but the only reason why I've done that is that it's been a coping mechanism and a defense mechanism and all that kind of stuff. And I'm the kind of person that only needs two things in my life, really, to keep me going. I need my partner and I need my best mate, Central. I'm actually happy not having any family whatsoever in my life forever. I could not care less. If I have the people that are around me that do love and support me, which are those two people, I am more than happy. Everyone else in my life, they do nothing but belittle me. They do nothing but tell me that my dreams are a mere fantasy. Especially my father, when I told him that I wanted to get into YouTube and be a streamer and all that kind of stuff, play games for a living, he laughed in my face. And he said, unless you're breaking your back, bleeding, sweat, tears, you will never make a dime in your life. And that's always been his mentality for forever and a day. And I've been in the construction industry since I was 16. I'm now 24 or 23. I've done 3/4 of my working life in construction. I've seen how other people are. I've seen how they've turned out. And I know for a fact I don't ever want to be them. And I'm a very rare breed. I'm a very rare generation in my family, because my sisters and everyone else in my family have always said, oh yeah, they're the black sheep of the family. They're the ones that are always the ones doing the other shit that no one else wants to do. But really, they're all following each other's footsteps. They just don't know it. Whereas with me, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do drugs. Every single one of my family members, apart from my nana, which is my mum's mum, does drugs and alcohol and smokes. I'm literally the only person in my entire family, and I don't have a big family. I've got a very, very small family. A lot of my family, especially on my grandfather's side, die very soon. Just purely because they're drug, alcohol abusers, eating junk food, all that kind of stuff. I guess as well, Jay, with your family being broken, I would see, it depends on you. Like, if I've been screwed over hard by my family, I would much rather watch my family crash and burn than try and fix it. Because I know that if I was to fix it, they're just going to turn around to me and just destroy it once again. But depending on how your family is, if you truly do love your family and your family means the world to you, I would personally try and piece together what's been broken and try and fix it. Because that would be really the only solution. I've definitely learned in this world that there's no point trying to make other people happy without making yourself happy first. There's always a saying that I've been told, and it's the person you look out for the most is yourself. And as sad as that sounds, as heartbreaking as that truly is, it's true. You should not care about anyone more than yourself. Now, I bend that rule a little bit. I care heaps about my mate Central. I care heaps about my girlfriend. And it's, yeah, I do prioritise my happiness over others. I've said it numerous times at family meetings and family gatherings and stuff, where people have said to me, they've said, you've been a real arsehole, why are you having this grouchy attitude? And I say to them straight up, I say, I don't want to give you guys the satisfaction of me being happy, because all you guys do is make me depressed. I don't do anything. Never drank, but did smoke weed when I was 17. And always been teetotal. And because I don't like crowds or pubs, clubs, etc., I don't drink or go out. I'm not a fan of that sort of thing, of atmosphere personally. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being socially, like wanting to socially isolate yourself. Central here, funnily enough, he hates publics. He hates just going to the gym with one person in the gym. He fucking hates it. But unfortunately, the only way you're going to make yourself better is by literally sucking it up and trying to be better. Like that's the only way really you're gonna help yourself. I understand it's hard now and you don't like public atmospheres and stuff like that, like you don't like being around people. But I mean, yeah, if you wish to be happy, man, you need to do something. You need to just talk to people, because that's really the easiest way to try and make yourself a bit happier, is just talking to people. Like even right now, like me communicating to you, even though it's through a stream, it does help. Like little by little, it does help. It might not seem like it, but it definitely does. There's definitely nothing wrong, Jay, about being alone. If that's where you feel happiest and the safest, is being alone, then there's nothing wrong with that. It's just you got to be careful with how long you spend on your own. Really, that's that's the thing you got to be the most cautious about, I reckon. See, my only advice, I guess, for you, Jay, when it comes to how you're feeling with that, I feel sorry for you. I truly do. I do feel sorry that you failed your medical trying to get into the army and all that kind of stuff. And I understand that life is too short to live, but there's no point not living life, if you know what I mean. Like, life is beautiful, man. Fuck, now I'm getting emotional. Life is beautiful, man. It really, really is. As hard as it is sometimes. See, I understand what you mean, man, but life is worth living. Even if you're not doing a lot, life is worth living. See, I don't know how you are with everything, how your social levels are and all that kind of stuff. And I more or less had that attitude too, where it's like, I don't reckon I'll be able to see 60. But really, with looking at my granddad, who's massively obese, probably has type 1 and 2 diabetes. I don't know how he doesn't, because he looks like he's got a full-size yoga ball on his stomach. See, as much as women nowadays as well, and I'm not trying to pick on the women. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Jay, there's no two ways arguing it. Yes, life is shit. That's just how the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. But if you look at it like this, man, the chance of you being alive and on this planet right now is a 1 in 14 billion chance. You know how much of a chance it is for the planet that we're living on to be in the solar system right now? It was a 1 in 4 billion chance. You literally have a better chance of being who you are now alive on this planet. No, sorry. You literally had a higher chance of not being on this planet than this planet even being here. So the fact that you're a 1 in 14 billion chance is absolutely incredible. And I know it sounds like nothing, but that is special, man. Anyone that is living and breathing right now is special. Whether you've got Down syndrome, whether you've got dementia, whether you've got anything. Whether you're black, white, Asian, Korean, whatever. It doesn't matter. I understand that people are racist, and I can definitely be racist at times. There's no two ways about trying to bat an eyelid at that. But life is worth living. As hard as it is, life is definitely worth living. And even if it's just something little, man. Like, I don't know if you're into, say, Pokemon cards or, I don't know, darts or something. Something that's not physical, that's going to buckle your knees. I've got a bucket list to see out, so maybe before I hit 45, at least half of it done. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you have a partner, man. If you don't have a partner, then maybe try getting onto the dating scene. Even if you're self-conscious, just go on Tinder or something, man, or Match.com or something. Just, even if you can just talk to people, that works. Whether you like going to the gym. I personally used to love going to the gym. I'm starting to get back into the gym now because I'm becoming a fat fuck and I actually want to have a nice body. I want to look after myself. It's always the little things that matter, no matter how trivial. Exactly. And it's that absolutely stupid saying of, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And quite frankly, I keep thinking back to myself and Central, because we've made a pact, we've made an agreement, we've basically virtually done a handshake on what we want to do with our lives, and we've chosen YouTube. And that's just how it is. Like, I want to become a YouTuber. Whether I get to Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, PewDiePie level, I don't think I ever will. If I do, incredible, nuts, amazing. But I guess as well as it's a hard one, man. I know how hard life is, and I know it's fucking tough for anyone and everyone. It's exhausting. It's tiring. It's mind numbing. It's fucking awful. It's some of the most painful shit you will go through. It's literally just living. But unfortunately, you've got the smallest chance ever to be alive right now. So why would you waste it? Like, success is not how much you accomplish, it's how far you come from where you started. Exactly. And yeah. It's a hard one for everyone. I know exactly how you feel. I know exactly how everyone has felt. Because, unfortunately, everyone goes through the exact same trial. Everyone goes through the exact same shit. That's just standard. The thing is, too, is that in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with people feeling depressed or being like, I'm feeling depressed, I'm going to be like this for like a month or so. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's just, it's more if you choose to stay in that area for the longest time ever. Like, really, it's, you shouldn't be depressed for more than X amount of time. Because eventually you're just gonna eat yourself. Like, you just, yeah. It's not a healthy way to live, being depressed. I truly feel for everyone that has gone through depression and is fighting depression. I knew people that were, fuck, they wouldn't have been more than like 10, 12, 13 years of age, and they had severe drastic depression, and that was just from a family member passing away. And like, it's just, it's awful, I understand, but unfortunately, whether God is real or not, I can't tell you that, because personally I don't know. And I do I do hope that if there is a big force or someone that is up in the sky that's able to help us, that one day this will all be worth it. And one day when we have left our mark on this planet and we go to a different place, we will feel satisfied and feel that we have done enough. Because I guess that's my biggest fear. It's not the fear of not doing enough, but the fear of, I left this planet knowing that I didn't do enough of what I should have, or that I just didn't do enough to help people. Myself and Central especially have talked about this a lot. We've both got massive ideas of doing charitable stuff and all that kind of shit. So we definitely want to leave our mark on the world, hopefully positive. That's the idea, is that it will be a very positive, very memorable moment for a good portion of humanity. Yeah, and unfortunately, breakups are very, very hard. Any relationship or passing away or anything is an absolute mission to go through. And it is a lot worse when it comes to a child as well. Having a child mixed into the fray is absolutely awful. It's yeah, it's painful on all fronts. Yeah, that definitely matters. See, as much as people say the most important times in a child's life is like between the age of when they're born and like 5, but in my opinion, the best times in a child's life is definitely from the age of 15 to the age of 18 to 21, because that's the part really that they will remember the most. No, I still haven't got the second glimpse, Jay. No. Whoa, what is this place? An outlaw station. Oh shit, this is different. Oh, this is where you get all the X stuff. Oh, this is where you get all the X tier stuff. Nip nip puds. Oh my fuck. Nice, Jay. Nice, Stewie. You managed to build a house. Yeah, don't be afraid to watch some YouTube videos and stuff as well. But like, if you want to ask a question, Jay here will more than happily ask like, what's the best ship and this and that. So Dewey, when you press the escape button and you go to log, it gives you a list of all of your missions and stuff. Mainly just focus on the main missions. Sometimes you got to double click on the message a few times and it'll pop up in the bottom right telling you what you need to do. It's still really cool that you were able to figure out a way to make an orbital cannon. Yeah, the game crashes quite frequently, really. It is odd how it crashes. Alright. Unfortunately, guys, I'm going to stop the stream here. Just purely because I've got a few things I need to do to prepare for tomorrow. It's been wonderful being able to speak to all of you guys. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Dewey. And hopefully I'll be able to see you guys again tomorrow. Thank you, guys. You've been absolutely wonderful. See you soon.